Hello, as we make our way through Hotel Rio Cancun, an all-inclusive family resort located in Cancun, Mexico, I have to ask myself this question. Is the Hotel Rio Palace worth it, the designation of being in a Hotel Rio Palace as opposed to a non-palace resort? So let me just answer that question right now as I just show you that Hotel Rio Cancun just has some bananas and drinks to offer, which is great, especially for children. I know if I was younger, I would be drinking all of these drinks. So, I'd like to ask, is the Hotel Rio Palace worth it? Now, obviously, this is a subjective answer, so I'm just trying to give you the best objective, subjective answer I can, and because we're currently staying at Hotel Rio Palace Las Americas. This is Hotel Rio Cancun, a non-palace resort that we're allowed to access as part of the exchange privileges that the Rio resorts have to offer. In my opinion, I'm going to answer it the same way that I would say, do you want to buy a club membership? Like, do you want to pay extra for a club level at a resort? So the answer to any of these questions is, do you see value in the extra things, the additional things that a Rio Palace has? So I'm going to tell you what those extra things are, and then I'm going to let you decide. And I'm going to tell you if I think the food at the buffet is better at the Rio Palace compared to the non-palace resorts. So what I'm going to say is, what they have to offer is, if you're staying at a Rio Palace, generally you can visit other palace resorts generally, except Rio Kukulkan here in Cancun, and non-palace resorts. So that's the first thing. Exchange privileges. You can go to other Rio resorts for the most part. Breakfast, lunch, facilities. I don't know about the dinner buffet in the restaurants, but generally you can visit the other Rio resorts, palace, non-palace, generally if you're in a palace resort. If you're in a non-palace, you can visit other non-palace resorts. So that's the first thing, being able to access more Rio resorts if you're in a palace resort. Okay, now the second thing is a lot of the palace resorts compared to the non-palace resorts will offer a coffee lounge, 24-hour lounge, and sometimes an extra buffet for lunch. Like in this case, Hotel Rio Palace Las Americas has an Italian lunch buffet. So that's an additional buffet, coffee lounge, 24-hour lounge. So basically some additional eateries and facilities at the palace resorts compared to the non-palace resorts. And you also have the exchange privileges, being able to access more Rio resorts because you're in a palace resort. So the question is, do you find value in these things? Do they justify the extra cost? So again, and this video isn't to say, oh, look at Rio charging more money for things that people don't need. It's, do you find value in those things? For me personally, yes, I do find value in being able to visit other Rio resorts. I do like the 24-hour lounge. I do like the coffee lounge. But if I paid significantly less money for example, Hotel Rio Cancun, as opposed to, let's say, Hotel Rio Palace Las Americas, would I still be happy if I paid less money? I would probably be happy. I can live without those extra things. I do like being able to visit the other Rio resorts because I like making videos about the other resorts. But for some people, it might not be worth the extra cost. So I would say, do these things matter to you? Can you live without a coffee lounge, 24-hour lounge? Not being able to access Rio Palace resorts if you're in a non-palace? If the answer is those things don't really matter too much, and then you can pay less money for a non-palace, I would say great, that's totally fine, because that's how I feel about it. It's really, do you find value in those things, exchange privileges, and a few extra facilities? Because at the end of the day, in my opinion, the food at the buffets is very consistent across the resorts. The operations are probably very smooth, consistently resort to resort in any given resort complex. So I would just say, for me, I don't really see much of a difference in the buffets at the palace compared to the non-palace. So I think it's nice that if you want to pay more money for some additional features, aspects, privileges, you can go to a palace resort. But does it mean that you're going to be happy or not necessarily? I think a lot of people are perfectly happy at a non-palace, and I would be as well. So it's really about, just with any answer to any of these questions, thinking about, do you find value in those additional things? If so, great. If not, then you can pay less money and stay at a non-palace resort, and the happiness level will probably be just the same. Because really, it's not about paying more money will get you more happiness at one of these resorts. It's just about, what are you looking for? What are your expectations? What do you need in order to feel satisfied? Is it just the pool and the beach? If so, this is perfect. Hotel Rio Cancun, all-inclusive, family-friendly resort. Are the palace resorts worth it? Well, sure, if you think that there is considerable value in those things to justify paying more for a palace, and if not, you might just be perfectly just as happy in a non-palace resort. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day. We are in Cancun, Mexico, 2024 vacation.